Hey everyone, how are you doing? Welcome to the second X-RL7 live stream of the year. Thank you so much for joining me. And if you are here live in the chat, then, hey, how you doing? Make yourself known! What's up? And if you're watching on the replay, hey, thanks for tuning in whenever you do. So we're doing something a little bit differently today, because normally, and hey Raz, what's up? And thank you for that post in Discord a few moments ago about this very event. Cheers. So normally what we do is we have an episode, we have a behind the scenes backstage sort of video, and this time I'm running a little bit behind, and I haven't actually got any of the audio in, so I thought I'd do something different, trying a little experiment, and we'll do it right here, right now, on a live stream. So the format I'm planning for this is we're gonna check out the episode, gonna go through it. If you've got any questions or comments, do let me know. But I'm gonna kind of treat it as a bit of a director's commentary in a way, and just share with you some anecdotes and interesting tidbits from how this episode came together. Same with the song Virtuous. I hope you guys enjoyed both the episode and the song. I'm very proud of it. I'm very proud of the track. I think it's a very catchy song, and yeah, hopefully you guys are rocking it. If you see me looking over here, that's me checking that everything's working and checking that we're still streaming, and comments and things like that. So gonna give it a minute and we'll dive right in. Hope you're having a great weekend, and let's get it set up. Let's see what we got here. Get this mic out of the way. Not me. Right, so got the episode right here in front of me. Aha. Hang on a minute. Brahma, what's up, my friend? Awesome to see you here, man. Really awesome. Brahma is actually in the episode as well, which is really cool. Subtly doing some heckles and part of the sea of voices in the crowd, which we're going to see a little bit later. So, as I was saying, I want to... Basically, it's almost like a reaction in a way, but I'm going to play the episode and stop with various tidbits here and there about how it all came together, and hopefully there'll be some interesting things to take away. And yeah, and same for the track. So, episode 26, 13 minutes and 20 seconds long. Man, I don't know how studios get like a consistent runtime for stuff, you know, because like it's like so random when I do it. Yeah, I don't know how like people get like 20-minute episodes of stuff so consistently. As you know, X-RL7 episodes are all over the shop. But okay, let's just do this and that. Okay, you know what? Let's just dive right in. So episode 26. This one has got a lot of cool voices in and took a bit of time to come together. But I'm just going to play it. We're going to rock. And I'm just going to give you some tidbits along the way. And any questions, do let me know.
The electro underworld in District 3. This was the place to be for many up-and-coming bands in the area, including District 1 Titans, Cyanide 6.
So how's the audio, guys? Hopefully the balance between me and the episode is okay. But a couple of things to say about this already is something about the location as well. But first of all, this character, Rudy, the investigative independent journalist, voiced by the lovely Sonia Poulton. I think that's how you say her surname. I've never said her surname out loud. Thank you for the validation, Raz. Now, Sonia, I actually discovered her work because she appeared on a documentary called Out of Shadows UK, which is... There is an Out of Shadows, which is an American version, and these UK guys, Sean Atwood, decided to do his own version of it. And essentially it's about, how do I say this on YouTube? It's about people in power that have an inappropriate affectation for people that are younger than them. Let's just say that. And she was someone in this documentary, a journalist talking about these things who got censored about talking about these subjects. And it's a very fascinating documentary, if you can stomach it, which is about, it deals with a lot of detectives and people and how they were freeing a lot of people. But as soon as someone, a politician or someone of some celebrity status got involved, then yikes, they were off the case, they were fired, all these things kept happening. So that's how she first caught my eye. And last year, I came across her YouTube channel and she was still doing her thing, asking some hard questions about lows in alternative media. And I love me a bit of alternative media, but even so, it's refreshing to have certain people in that world challenged as well. I just thought she was fantastic. So as the universe would have it, had this character here where I needed a independent journalist character. And I asked her if she would do it, and she did, and she came up with the name Rudy, which is apparently based on some fiction she used to write. And I think she did a fantastic job. She sounds just like she does in her own videos.
Yeah, including District 1 Titans, Cyanide 6.
So if you're based in the UK and you go to shows in London, you might get a hint of what this venue is based on. The clue is in the title. So sometimes when I'm looking for a venue or a background to do, I will check out trusty Google images to try and find something cool. And this one was based on... I'm going to give you a couple of seconds. Anyone in London, any clues? It was based on Camden Underworld, which is, I think I've got something here, if you excuse me. Right, what do you reckon? What do you reckon? So that was this and that. Yeah, so that was my, what would you say, my model for this background. Got a bit of the arc there. But the doors, I think I ripped off from another one of the episodes. Man, I've got too many windows. Too many windows. But yeah, so that was based on the Camden Underworld.
Including District 1 Titans,
some awesome bands that played there in
Cyanide
the rock
6.
alternative world.
Yeah, this is where Cyanide 6 played their first ever show. They were regularly rocking our stage for years. We'd be packed out almost every night, and that was until they signed to Megacorp Music. Haven't heard from them since, really.
The voice of System Sin main man Clint Carney there, and what a voice. Really love Clint's work. He's done a lot of cool music video work as well for bands like Aesthetic Perfection and Alice, and he's also, I'm not sure what his status is in Imperative Reaction at the moment. I'm not sure if that's all Ted, who's also been in the show, singing on the song Information and playing Jack Node. But yeah, Clint, lovely, wonderful human being, and really blessed to have him in the show. And as was said in the comments, this first few minutes is essentially kind of a previously on X-RL7 sort of thing to get you up to speed, because it's been a minute since the last episode dropped.
Fans noticed a significant shift in musical style following their major label signing, moving from raw, energetic, punk-infused electronic rock to a more radio-friendly, pop-influenced sound with less poignant lyrical themes. Whilst their streaming numbers have increased exponentially, the more critical fans have since dubbed them Cyanide 6 Light.
Yeah, I'm not into it. They used to be super tight.
Oh yeah, so going back here. Okay, so you may recognize those Cyanide 6 songs, Taste of Cyanide and With You. But this bit here,
Sound
the
with less poignant lyrical
Spotify
themes.
text.
Whilst they're streaming them.
So, Digify, verified artist, all these sort of jokey sort of song names here. Actually, it was a split between myself and Michael Joseph, who voices Jared. And these are like all the songs where they kind of, you know, like sold out. And there's With You, the big one from episode 20, I can't remember, 24? I can't remember. The one with, I think it's 23 actually. The one with the Cyanide Songs EP. And you'll notice they're all kind of like really commercial length. Nothing's, okay, this one's over, they're all around 3:30-ish. And I think Jesse's AI Girlfriend, I think Michael came up with that one. I think it's based on the song Jesse's Girlfriend by a band that I can't remember. Loving the Mosh Pit.
Have increased exponentially.
Swipe Right.
The more critical fans have since dubbed them Cyanide 6 Light.
Yeah, that was Michael's Swipe Right. So yeah, those little things that you blink and you miss it. I love putting those extra details in the
Cyanide
episodes.
6 Light.
Yeah, I'm not into it. They used to be super tight, but they changed. Ugh, I wish I hadn't gotten their logo tattooed on my lower back as well. I don't make the best choices with band tats.
The voice of Victor Borba, the insane vocals on the song Control, and in answer to that earlier question, thank you, Raz, for confirming episode 22. I should know that, right? But yeah, we got Victor Borba reprising his role as Key Holyfield, and Victor did really cool in this because he didn't know the context of the lines. He didn't know the rest of the episode. He just knew this bit. So it's really cool of him to contribute his parts. Kind of a little bit blind, not knowing how the episode was going to turn out. And I think he did a great job. He's a really great voice actor. Also a very passionate about his faith, Christianity. So that's why he's got a little crucifix there. Just a little nod.
Oh, I barely recognize their music anymore. We used to play with them all the time. We shared the stage, shared each other's gear, shared moments. But no, haven't heard a peep from them in a long time now. Some people's memories are short. Mine, however, are not.
Man. So, yeah, like, that's the amazing Chi-Chi there, as heard on the song Virtuous. And, oh, man, there is a grammar mistake there that drives me mental, but it's okay. It's okay, because the end of it is some people's memories are short. Mine, however, are not. And I think it was a typo on my part, and it should have been some people's memories are short. Mine, however, is not. But I mistyped it in the script, and Chi-Chi did a great performance of that. And I remember I did try to sneakily change it and use one of the is from another part of the dialogue. And I shared with her some work in progress, and she called it right away. So I was like, okay, I'll change it back. But yeah, Chi-Chi, what a voice. Incredible voice acting, an incredible vocalist. She's just got so much sass and so much confidence she brings to the character. Lots more to say about Chi-Chi's performance later on, but I will say one thing about the hair, man, because like the movements of the hair here.
And now, some people's memories are short. Mine, however, are not.
Yeah, that every single movement that was manually done. There ain't no gravity plug-in for that. It's like literally like, okay, you got to move that manually. So every single hair movement you see was painstakingly done to coincide with the character's other movements. Oh, the price of animation, eh? And there you see, like, I actually didn't do it on this sequence. So you see when Rudy's head moves to the side, the whole hair goes with her. That's what happens when if I was to leave it, the hair would be like following her head in a very unnatural way.
Are not.
In a
Like
shock to fans,
It
both
follows the head there, but then on these other parts of Rudy, I did actually do it. So every time she moves her head,
Jared Nova,
like she moved her head to the left there, and now the hair's been angled in to have the illusion of gravity.
recently went on various streams announcing his support for the G66 initiative, a controversial bill which naysayers claim is an attack on the liberties of ordinary citizens under the mask of a dubious greater good.
Yeah, you guys remember that from What Happens to Jared in episode 25. If you haven't, then do check it out. But check out this. So how his face looks here. He's got the bruise, he's got the plaster, and the current version of him looks like
ordinary citizens under the mask of a dubious greater good.
So I don't know how obvious it is, but here he's got some really blackened eyes, like he's a bit sleep deprived and a bit worse for wear. He's got the stubble going on, he's got the bruise. The clothes are the same, but I wanted him to look a little bit disheveled. So he's going through it a little bit. And bonus points if you can tell me the song playing in the background of this scene.
Huh. Are you watching those VChan videos about yourself again?
What? Oh, yeah. Just reminiscing.
I'm worried about you, babe. You've been drinking a lot lately. And there's strange tablets around the apartment.
Yeah, just, these press tours and stuff are taking it out of me. That's all. I'm fine.
You know that you can tell me anything, right? Ever since you went to the label that time, you've been off.
I know, babe. Thanks. I'm fine. Don't worry.
Okay.
The awesome Trina Duhart voicing Christina Hartwood there. And I'm not sure if I've ever mentioned this, but like her online avatar looks similar to this, and that was kind of the inspiration to the appearance of this character. And this is, I think, her most kind of like tenderest performances she's given to the show so far, because normally it's like being a host, and there was a tender moment in episode 25, but certainly it feels like this is a really powerful bit of voice acting here, because yeah, when I first heard it, I was like, oh man, she I don't know, just sounded really passionate. Raz says, I know the song, but I'll keep it to myself if anyone else knows. What a good sport you are. And yeah, so the voice of Jared, Michael Joseph of Rockstar Esoterica. Not sure if I've ever mentioned like how we met, but Michael has a site. It's called Rockstar Esoterica now. You can check out his channel Schism 206, but the videos are now unlisted. But there is a link to his main website. And Michael is a wonderful, wonderful human being, and we connected because of our love of music. And he used to have, he still has like a whole stash of videos about esoteric study and how that relates to the current world, and some really interesting deep research. And it took him on a very interesting journey and was very fascinating. And we connected during the Project Anything time, and the Project Anything time, and Ramable. Appreciate her bustiness, lol. I thought I said busyness at first. Yes, well, I'm glad you appreciate it. I'm glad you appreciate the character design. Thank you. But yeah, so I met Michael because he was doing some interesting. He was looking at like old. He was looking at esoteric text, let's just say, and providing a skeptical modern eye to it, and it was very fascinating what he was doing. And we connected and been working together ever since. But the funny thing is, like, that awesome gravel that he's got on his voice, he actually pulled his throat somehow during the recording of this. But it just worked out so well, because this is an episode where Jared's a little bit mashed up and a bit, you know, worse for wear. And it just added to it. And as the episode goes on, the gravel increases. It's really beautiful.
You've been drinking a lot lately, and there's strange touts around the apartment.
Yeah, just, these press tours and stuff are taking it out of me. That's all. I'm fine.
You know that you can tell me anything, right? Ever since you went to the label that time, you've been off.
I know, babe. Thanks. I'm fine. Don't worry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yo, Dom! Yo, we're here for loading, sound check, all those things.
Hold your horses, I'm coming. How many times do I gotta tell you guys to load in through the back?
We can't. There's a vehicle parked in the way. Looks like it's from District 1 or something.
Yeah, and the interior was not based on the Camden underworld. I keep wanting to say Camden Underground, but no, it's not a subway. Yeah, I'm not sure where the design of this place came from. I know I added this TV at the last minute just to give some eye candy. But yeah, so we've got, once again, the awesome Clint Carney as Dom. Brian Skill, who actually did production on the song Virtuous. So lots of things to say about him later on. And we'll see the voice over here of... what's the character's name? Bryn. in a moment, because another talented voice actor. But I'll tell you what, animating this, like two guys carrying this object, was a bitch, because every time one of them moved, the other's got a match the same hand position. So a little thing I did to make it a bit easier is, for any of those budding animators here, this amp right here is actually attached to the character here. So every time he moves forward, the amp moves forward. So I only needed to worry about having one person relative to the amp. So anytime he moves, the character on the right, I had to get him to move at the same points, but it was just one less thing rather than doing both of them to this object. So that's how I achieved that, and you will see them wobble around with a skew every now and then, just to emphasize how heavy that is. Okay, let's keep it rolling.
There is I better check it out.
Come on, man. Let's go. This is heavy.
Okay.
Floral from Under a Rock there. Fantastic voice. I mean, if you guys aren't familiar, like the song Puppet was inspired by him making a lovely, charming serenade about yours truly on the Comics Divisions channel. And yeah, quite a serenade. It was the song was called No One Likes the British. So Puppet was a response song with Corey Harrison. So check that out if you haven't heard it. But we're all friends. It's all good. It's all good. But what a voice! What a fantastic voice.
Okay. Why don't you use the machine?
It's broken. Turns out it's not meant for jumping on. Who knew?
All right, just be careful.
Whoops.
We'll, pay for that.
Whoa, watch out, guys. You're like bulls in a china shop.
Well, it's rock more than china here, or metal, or industrial, or other musical materials.
And all right, B Burns. How do I say your name? It is the random person who watches the videos and comments at most of them. Awesome. Did I read that right? The random person. It is I. Sorry. It is I, the random person who watches the videos and comments at most of them. Well, thank you. I really do appreciate those comments, and I appreciate you watching. So thank you so much. Brahma Puppet that night was funny. That was a good night. That was a good night when we debuted the track. Yeah, that was cool. I've got to do more stuff with the Dix Division crew. You guys are awesome. Right, let's keep it rolling. We've got Chi-Chi as Veronica has now entered the mix. And what's quite funny is when animating this, I don't always have the voiceover in like at the same time. So I'm animating with gaps, like holes, just assuming what the voiceover is going to be. And then when I get the voiceover in, then I can animate everyone's reactions and everything around that. But yeah, it's a bit of a thing. I like the attention to detail of the guy in the back moving forward slightly as they're pushing. Thank you. Yeah, there's lots of little bits and pieces like that. Yeah, that is a good point. I forgot about that. The surprise of Tobias when the amp is let go by Bren. It's all these little subtle things. That's why the episode takes so damn long.
Or industrial or other musical materials.
Genre humor!
Yeah, I forgot
And
about
how
that.
are you doing, Dom?
I'm surviving. How about you, V? Your solo career is getting some buzz, I see.
It is pronounced Bay Burns. Thank you. Bit of Psy static here in the background there. We love a bit of Psy. He might be coming back for an episode this year. Maybe. You didn't hear it from me.
Yeah, I'm surprised you're still hanging around with these goons here.
Hey!
You know I jest, sort of.
You know this band is where it all started for me, Dom. Loyalty is key. And I love these lugs. They're stuck with me.
Then you could at least help carry some gear.
I told you I'd love to. I really would. But I need to be totally relaxed and tension-free before a show. Zen.
So that's like, if you guys have been in a band, that's a bit of a little dig at, how the singer doesn't have any gear to carry. And, if you've got a good vocalist, like they might help carry some stuff. Usually it's the drummer, just has like the bag. I call it the hernia bag. It's this bag of just cymbals and heavy drum gear. But yeah, singers don't always carry stuff, and that's a bit of a thing about that. But I can actually understand it on the few shows where I've done that, where I've actually sung on stage. This might be to do with my personality, but like I don't want any tension. It's like it's your body. Your body is the instrument, so it's like you don't want to tense it and injure yourself before you do a performance. But so I can see both sides. But certainly it's fascinating when you go to a show and the vocalist just goes to the bar and has a drink and the rest of the band are just carting gear around. which is an experience I have had, and I'm sure many have had. Pick up the gear.
Me too. Nice try. Keep it moving, bud. Oh wait, watch your step. Whoa, that was close.
Oh, also the breathing, the meditation breathing in moment, it kind of echoes. I realized afterward it kind of echoes the scene in episode 2, I think, where Alfie is trying to calm Omega down, and he's got that line about breathing. He's like, breathe in, but then he switches it up and subverts your expectations. So Bay, it's like almost like 3 or 4 years. I'm surprised the channel has not received massive attention yet. I know most don't like the political stuff, but the music is amazing and the animation is great. To be honest, it's getting the views on it. It's just getting eyes on it, man. It's like we just need a way of getting eyes on the show, and hopefully as we continue, more eyes will happen. Well, subscribers are going up. That's all you can ask for, and I thank you so much for watching, anyone that's watching this. So cheers. Cheers. Ooh, what's this? Okay. Let's keep it going, baby. Let's keep it going.
To be totally relaxed and tension-free before a show. Zen.
Me too. Nice try. Keep it moving, bud. Oh wait, watch your step. Whoa, that was close.
I better go supervise.
Yes, please.
Guys, come on! We're still paying off the last one!
Hey, Tom, is that you, man?
Hey!
Right. I'm going to reveal to you an animation error here, which I probably shouldn't draw attention to, but I'm gonna. You're here with me. We're gonna do this. And oh my god, your fellow Kota. How are you doing, my friend? How is it? Hey, Mike, hope your date is going well so far. It's going great because you're here, and everyone else in the chat, everyone else that's watching. Thanks so much for popping in. We're rocking, we're banging. And I'm about to reveal an animation mistake. There's no nice way of saying it. There's no getting around it. But I realized this after it went live, that once Jared enters...
Yes, please.
Guys, come on! We're still paying off the last one!
Yep.
Hey.
Yeah, he should be... Come on, baby.
Hey.
I'm having trouble pausing it, but he should actually be underneath this piece here, this piece of door, but he is in front of it with his supernatural head powers. I mean, he's a rock star, so, rock stars can get away with doing this stuff. But yeah, that's a little mistake on my part. And yeah, I love the little peek he has before he comes in.
Guys, come on! We're still paying off the last one!
Hey, Tom, is that you, man?
Hey! Oh my neon stars, Jared. Wow, it's been time. It's great to see you, kid. Jeez, you smell like a brewery.
I'm just dealing.
Fun fact, apparently if you mention alcohol in a YouTube video or have any references to alcohol, it doesn't show up on the school mode, whatever it's called, the work mode of YouTube or something like that. Or, I don't know, it's not good to mention alcohol on YouTube, apparently.
With some stuff.
Aren't we all? What brings you back here?
I guess I just wanted to reconnect with my roots, Check out how the old hunt is doing. It's nice to see you again, man.
You're a good kid, Jared. I know how fame and fortune can do a number on good people. Hey, Veronica's band is playing tonight. They're all here. Tobias and Bryn.
I doubt they'd want to see me.
Supernatural hair. I like it. You know what? That sounds like a good name for a band, an 80s band. Because it's supernatural how they get their hair up so much. Bay, it's fine to watch profane videos with haunting image, but talking about alcohol is fine. Apparently so. YouTube has some very interesting rules about their content. But yeah, if it's quite funny actually, because I remember looking on my work laptop once just searching X-RL7 and a whole load of videos you just couldn't search for. Even if you went on the channel, the actual channel page, and it shows like episode 1, episode 2, episode 5. It's like a whole bunch of episodes just disappear when you're not signed in. If you mention alcohol, and here it, oh my God, I'm choking on my excitement here. Floral from Under a Rock is here. Hey, entertain me. You're a hard man to please. Yes, the voice actor of Bryn is here tonight. You know, let's go back in honor of Floral being in the chat. Let's hear a bit more of Bryn. I'll say nice things about you, friend. Not about your song. Your song sucks, but but your voice acting's fantastic.
How many times do I got to tell you guys to load in through the back?
We can't. There's a vehicle parked in the way. Looks like it's from District 1 or something.
There is? I better check it out.
Come on, man. Let's go. This is heavy.
Okay.
Why don't you use the...
How hard was it to act Floral on that line? Imagining you're picking up something heavy. Kota! It's okay, no worries. I'll just dance behind my screen as entertainment for your Floral. You do that.
Machine.
It's broken. Turns out it's not meant for jumping on. Who knew?
All right, just be careful.
Honestly, I lift myself regularly, so not hard. It makes sense. Oh my God. Alan Rogers in the house, the voice of Alfie Krakowski. We're going to see lots of him later. Hey Al, what's up? How you doing? What you been up to today? Right, let's keep it rolling. We got some great casting tonight.
Whoops.
We'll, pay for that.
Whoa, watch out, guys. You're like bulls in a china shop.
Well, it's rock more than
sounds so
China
great.
here, or metal, or industrial, or other musical materials.
Genre humor.
Mm-hmm. And how are you doing, Dom?
I'm surviving. How about you, V? Your solo career's getting some buzz, I see. I'm surprised you're still hanging around with these goons here.
Hey!
I jest, sort of.
You know this band is where it all started for me, Dom. Loyalty is key. And I love these lugs. They're stuck with me.
Then you could at least help carry some gear.
I told you I'd love to. I really would. But I need to be totally relaxed and tension-free before a show. Zen.
Uh-huh.
Me too.
Nice try. Keep it moving, bud. Oh, wait. Watch your step.
Two dads in the chat here. Kids try and be back. Parent at Rogers is a brand new father. How's he doing today? I figured Flora was making his usual dad sounds, like standing up from a bar stool to make that sound. Someone explain to me what is butt rock, because it's like dad music, isn't it? Butt rock. I've heard that's associated with dadness. I don't know. Someone enlighten me.
Whoa, that was close.
Butt rock.
I better go supervise.
Yes, please.
Guys, come on. We're still paying off the last one.
Hey, Tom. Is that
Supernatural
you,
header.
man?
Hey! Oh my neon stars, Jared. Wow, it's been time. It's great to see you, kid. Jeez, you smell like a brewery.
Just dealing with some stuff.
Aren't we all? What brings you back here?
I guess I just wanted to reconnect with my roots, you know? Check out how the old hunt is doing. It's nice to see you again, man.
You're a good kid, Jared. I know how fame and fortune can do a number on good people. Hey, Veronica's band is playing tonight. They're all here. Tobias and Bryn.
I doubt they'd want to see me.
Looky what we have here. A bona fide District 1 celebrity in our midst.
Yeah, the voices are on point in this episode, and dare I say every episode. Raz, to anyone who hasn't done this yet, join the X-RL7 Discord server. Mike Rogers and a few of us are a part of it, yes, do feel free. And we have a couple of new channels, including Question of the Day, with a new question formulated by our lovely admin, Raz. They're actually pretty good questions. Roggers, you need to come back to the service soon. Yeah, I banned him. He was just talking too much nonsense, so I didn't ban him. It's all good. Roggers is around. He's lurking.
Hey, Veronica, Tobias. It's been a while.
Certainly has.
Is that the first time you actually hear their names? I think you hear Dom say it, but it's the first time you can associate that is Tobias. But it's obvious that's Veronica.
What are you doing slumming it back here with the peasants?
There's no need for that.
Well, I mean, you haven't been in touch with anyone from the old days since you hit the big leagues.
Did you forget all the help we gave you? You were just gone without a trace.
And now you waltz back in as if nothing happened. If you were expecting a warm welcome, you're sorely mistaken.
Oh, Jared! Hey, man! Awesome to see you. Love the new P, man. Love it. Love it!
When you got great voice actors, it just sounds so natural. It's so beautiful. It's really a trip hearing it all come to life. Everyone just sounds fantastic. The sass of Veronica, Chi-Chi as Veronica, is really, really just so cool to me. But, you know, when I look back at this, the joke is obviously that Bryn cannot read the room. I wonder if I should have, like, zoomed in on those guys, and when Bryn turned, it's been in the back of my mind. I wonder if I should have been closer when he comes. When Bryn comes, then zoom out and reveal him. But yeah, I love the performance of this from everyone. And Floral, you did a great job. Floral/Steve, you did a great job. Roggers, he's good, very noisy, voicing all the opinions. Currently feeding the kid and typing. Multitask. That is multitask. Bay, I just joined this server. I made my strange introduction too. All right, I look forward to checking that out later. Thanks so much for joining. Part of the community. One of us. One of us. Right, let's keep it rolling.
Race.
And now you waltz back in as if nothing happened. If you were expecting a warm welcome, you're sorely...
You ever waltzed back in? I was thinking, I've never done the waltz. Random thought.
You waltz back in as if nothing happened. If you were expecting a warm welcome, you're sorely mistaken.
Oh, Jared! Hey, man! Awesome to see you. Love the new P, man. Love it. Love it! I mean, dude, you totally sold out! Okay, things got hectic.
That look of approval, like, on his face after he says it, like look for validation. Like, did I say the right thing? I love that. I think yeah, the vocal performance is fantastic. I love this dynamic here. Great work from everyone involved. And the look of Bryn was, you may recognize the hair from another character. I'll keep that stum, but you might recognize it. I kind of got a version of that as a template and changed it up. But it was partially inspired by the actual puppet version of Winton. If you guys want to check out Floral Under the Rocks channel, or you can actually see him also in the Puppet Song video. Bay, love the new P. I kind of can't hear that part clearly. Yeah, like, so the line as written, it's funny you mentioned that. The line as written was love the new EP. EP, extended play, the new EP release. And in there was 3 takes of that line, and every single one was cool. But that's the one where you can't hear the E as much, but it was just such a great take. It's just such a great take. Sup, man? Welcome back. We're just discussing the line "Love the new P," which it's actually "Love the new EP." Love the new.
Love it, man.
Expecting big leagues.
Did you forget all the help we gave you? You were just gone without a trace.
And now you waltz back in as if nothing happened. If you were expecting a warm welcome, you're sorely mistaken.
Oh, Jared! Hey, man! Awesome to see you. Love the new P-Man. Love it. Love it.
I love that extra love it. Love it. That's amazing. Well, it would be weird to like someone's pee. Well, it depends who you're talking to. If you're talking to Alfie, But yeah, man, phenomenal performances. I think that was an ad-lib as well. And any mention of Alfie or peas, the ears are burning from the main man, Alan Rogers. Right, let's keep it going, baby.
Man, love it. Love it. I mean, dude, you totally sold out. Okay, things got hectic when the band blew up. That's my bad.
I said it a second ago, but I just love the look back. Like, am I saying the right thing?
But I still care about you guys. And this place, well, we've got history.
History didn't mean much when the venue needed help last year. Didn't you tell him, Dom? This place nearly went under.
What?
Guys, we don't need to do this.
That's right. You didn't respond to any of our messages. The funding raising...
Dom is very much the pacifier here, sort of the middleman, sort of visually as well as, I suppose, metaphorically. He's like right in the middle of them, trying to get some understanding between them. I can imagine you saying that in Alfie's voice. Al. Oh! And yeah, I'm looking forward to discussing the Alfie section a bit later.
Shows...
Radio silence!
Razor, my manager, didn't say anything.
Oh, come on. Your manager is a slimeball, but I messaged you personally.
We changed our contact details in D1. I didn't know.
You erased your contact list? Cold.
That's the D1 life. Now what are you doing? Not only have you dropped the punk and the rock from your punk rock, I see you on TV promoting this G66 garbage. You really sold your soul to the machine. Your music used to mean something, but now you're just a tool. Was it worth it, Jared?
It's not all what you think, V. It's complicated.
What isn't?
What's quite funny is when you write stuff down in a script and when you hear it in reality, and exactly why I wrote that. Yeah, Alfie comes through in text. I still don't truly understand what G66 is. Well, it's intentionally vague. It's kind of, without giving it away fully, it's like a catch-all for means of control under the name of something that sounds fantastic, some form of greater good. As we're at 6, let me memorize this, 6:43. As in this little soundbite here. That bit.
Sayers claim is an attack on the liberties of ordinary citizens under the mask of a dubious greater good.
It's intentionally quite vague. It's forms of authoritarianism, essentially taking rights away from people under the name of, hey, this thing's awesome. It's like saying, taking something which sounds great, but politicizing it and weaponizing it in a negative way. So something which is fantastic on its own, but being used in a nefarious way to screw people over, essentially. And it's intentionally vague in the show. There's different aspects of what it is and what it's made up of, but it's intentionally not clear. It's intentionally not clear to be analogous to things going on in the world in various capacities in our fictional show. What was I saying? I was saying at 6 minutes something. I was saying, Dom...
Your music used to mean something, but now...
Oh yeah, just like the performance here. It's funny when you write stuff down in the script, because I did not imagine this line from the character Veronica just being so passionate. Like the way she delivers it is... it's just so full of emotion and heart, and it's just really lovely to hear. And writing it, I didn't hear it in my head as passionately as that. And you can say that about many of these lines, and you know, the Steve Meister floral as well. Like, just it's funny when you write something down, then you hear the performance and the voice actors added an extra dimension to it. It's really interesting. Well, having 666 is never a good sign, biblically speaking. That's true. What happens if you were to remove the dash from G66-6? No idea. Well, okay, we do know.
Oh, you're just a tool. Was it worth it, Jared?
It's not all what you think, V. It's complicated.
What isn't? And look at you now. You're a mess. A very wealthy mess, admittedly. Come on, guys. We've got a show to get ready for.
Hey, Jared, don't suppose you could loan me some... Had to try. I need a drink.
Love that. Love that. Fantastic performance. I love that. It's one of those things, again, like you write stuff down, and when you have a great voice actor, they really perform the heck out of it, and it adds something that you weren't expecting. And there's just a lovely cheekiness to this character that Floral/Steve brings, which is phenomenal.
Jared,
I got to hear that again.
Don't suppose you could loan me some... Had to try.
Had to try.
I need a drink.
Thank you. We have an announcement tonight. We have a very special guest in the audience.
You know, normally when there's a band situation, the band set up in X-RL7, then you've typically got the vocalist, the guitarist, and a keyboard player. Mixing it up a little bit. Not a keyboard player today. I think there is a percussionist in Cyanide 6, but now we've got one of those, the name, I've lost the name of it. Someone tell me what it's called. Those sample pads where you press something and then it plays the sample. He's got one of them to make it look a bit more interesting, and it's got some interesting lights flashing around. To be fair, Razor's tongue must be so good that it can fool the band and please Alfie at the same time. Any comment on that, Al? Laugh after had to try adds to it. It does. It really does. It's really, really awesome. I love it. I'm honored you asked me to help. I'm glad you accepted. I'm glad we rocked it. I'm glad we put our puppet differences aside. So Bryn has got this awesome device here, because like the last musical episode with the song Control, there was a really subtle gag in there which I don't think quite landed, and it was the keyboard player was holding down one note the entire song. So whenever you see everyone else rocking out, he's just like holding down the one note, as if he's like triggering a sample and just like holding it. But I don't think it really translated. So not that I was ever going to repeat myself, but this time it's not a keyboard. It's one of them sample pads. Search like an Amazon.
All the way from the Golden District, the friend deserter corporate pusher himself, Jared Nova!
What? Hey, can I get an autograph, please? Please!
And if
Yeah, that's Lee Towson voicing the fan here, and Michael Joseph doing his drunk Jared voice, this sort of slurred voice. And at this point, I think he started to hurt his voice when he'd recorded it, and so he got even more raspy, and it just adds to it. It just adds to it. In fairness, like really committing to his art there. And we also have some voices, some cultural commentator, awesome voices at this part of the episode in the crowd. You can hear some heckles. There's a complete list at the end of the episode. I dare think, should I do it from memory? I'm going to miss someone out. But it's, Brahma. We'll hear it in a minute. I'll go through them. But you can hear some heckles going on, panned side to side. And it was a challenge to make these individual heckles audible with the dialogue. So, yeah, did the best I could there. But yeah, we've got a nice sea of voices coming up. plural. Next time, make it an app on a cell phone. Plan. Bae, I like the side eye from her. A bit of side eye. I was watching a YouTuber recently who loves that phrase. Yeah, I'm giving her the side eye. Razor is a snake, that's all I'm saying. Isn't that literally an Alfie line from one of the other episodes? He's a selfish lover. Brahma, I still think Puppet needs to be re-released with a music video featuring Blyton trying to shake hands with ghosts and tripping upstairs clips. The internet is the internet, you know, it's out of my hands, so... Anything goes on the internet, eh?
Whoa! Hey, can I get an autograph, please?
You can hear Nick Weiser doing posers at the start of that. And I think Gothic's on the side you can hear.
And if you'll please...
Hey, can I get an autograph, please? Please!
And, you know, I was thinking, this is new, showing the crowd in an episode. This is new. So I was thinking, how do I achieve this easily? And so what I've got is... okay, I recycled some characters and there's some new characters in this mix of people here, but they are blurred. So you may see a few familiar faces if you really squint. But that's the beauty. They've come to check out the gig. But some people probably aren't who you think they are. Like one of these guys looks like the guy from episode 1, the activist guy, but it's not. It's someone different. But I wanted to have a sea of people, which didn't mean I had to do tons of extra animation because... you know, I love my attention to detail, but, you know, that can take me off track really fast. But yeah, there's 3 layers of crowd there. Getting the character here, subtle thing here, but getting him to be dark in the darkness and come out in the light, that was an interesting thing to work out.
Whoa! Hey, can I get an autograph?
Yeah, manually changing some shading on him as he's moving. And I don't know if you guys have ever noticed this, but his first appearance, voiced by Lee Towson here, who voices Smith, his first appearance in the episodes in the show, I think it was the one with the song Parallel Lives, and he was like Omega's fan, a big fan of Omega, so he's got the Omega signal there, and he's also got Ghost XD's signal here. So, you know, he likes his music, he gets around.
Please! Please!
And if you'll please join us in this chant, just for you, Jared. Sell out! Sell out! Sell out! Sell out! Sell out! Sell out!
That is the awesome wall of voices there, which was an interesting technical thing to do because I really wanted an authentic sea of voice. And so I reached out to friends and people I respect to fill that out. And it was interesting because I couldn't reach out to people until Chi had got her line down and to have the rhythm of the chant. And so when she finally did that, the sell out, I took it and looped it for a while and then sent that to all the participants. And everyone did a fantastic job. And then it was a case of putting it together and panning it around and layering it up. And a subtle thing is as the chant starts, there's less people. And then on the next sellout, there's more people. And then it goes until the 4th one. Then everyone comes in. And thanks for stopping in, Bae. Wish I could stay longer, but it's 3:30 a.m. Gosh, where are you based? On a Sunday, so I need to wake up early. Bye-bye. Take care. Thanks so much for popping in. Poor guy for getting photographs and photos always being abandoned. I'm not sure what that's referring to, but that's all good. Cool. So let's resume. But yeah, the sellouts part, yeah, I think it came out really, really well. This sea of voices. In fact, let's bust it open. Let's hear it in all its glory. I'm going to open a audio player. And I'm going to see if I can find the file. So bear with me, guys. Let's hear it in all its glory. If I go to the right directory. So from memory, and I so apologise if I missed someone here, but we've got Brahma, we've got Comics Division, we've got Corey Harrison of Sir Talks a Lot, alphabetical order. We've got Gothix, we've got Kerry Smith. What comes after K? We got Toxic Man Flu. We got Vex Electronica. And did I miss anyone out? If I did, I'm so sorry. Nick Weiser. Yep, Michelle from Force of Light. You know it. Yep, good man. Thank you so much. I meant to say autographs. Okay, right. Okay, I'm going to go back and reread that line. Poor guy for getting autographs and photos, but always being abandoned. Yeah. It's hard being an autograph hunter. I mean, these days, what would you go for? Would you go for an autograph or a selfie? I don't know. There's good money in selfies, as Roggers found out when he was it Chuck Norris you had an interaction with. Yes, that's a good racket. All right, I'm getting distracted. I cannot multitask. It's a stereotype to say that men cannot multitask, but unless you're a drummer. Okay, so All right, here we go. Sell out. Right, so this is the just a less version of the chant. Which sell out, sell out, sell out, sell out, sell out, sell out. Building up, and then the full version is here. It's coming. The crowd is forming. Come on, guys. Don't give me the freeze. Just give me the freeze in front of all of you. Okay, we might have to abandon this for now, and it's just going to start as soon as I start playing video.
Sell out, sell out, sell out.
Okay, right. Well, that's it can't handle the sellout chant, so we'll come back to that later. Oh wait, it's back. Sell out, 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 sell out. Yeah, so thank you to our awesome voice crew there. And Roggers, £120 for a picture with Chuck Norris. Goodness me. Well, you can cherish it forever. But wow, man, it's just actually, how much money is he making just like chilling out there, getting pictures with people? Well, it's Chuck Norris, man. He could insert Chuck Norris joke here. Yeah.
What? I'm not selling anything, man.
I've seen.
That was a fun improv from Jared from Michael Joseph there. The mishearing the selling out as I'm not selling anything. Like people are accusing him of selling something.
Enough of this. You in here now. Stay here, drink this, and sober up.
What's this?
Just drink it. Hey, yeah, I'm good. Listen, I think you need to get down here. You'll never guess who's dropped in.
Right, so I've got something to say about that bit of audio there. But Al Roggers says exactly, plus he's old now, so it was worth it. Yeah, man, it's a really cool picture. If I recall, your picture with him is like locking arms or something, isn't it? Something like that. It reminded me of a film which he isn't in. Was it the... Wait, is it Predator? Where you got the Apollo Creed guy and Schwarzenegger doing the thing with the bulging biceps. I don't know, help me out. But anyway, so this part, like when he's on the phone, when Dom is on the phone and you hear a little bit of the phone audio.
Hey, yeah, I'm good. Just drink it. Hey, yeah.
Yeah, I really wanted that to be... give you a hint of who he's calling, but not actually reveal it straight out. So, spoiler alert, it's Alfie he's calling. And let's play again. Let's try some audio, see if this crashes it. But I'm going to show you the original the original voice sample that came from, because it was sped up. But this is how it sounded. Alfie phone. Okay, so this is how it sounded. This was a bad idea, wasn't it? Be cool. Play. Lesson learned for next time: don't mess with audio on a stream. Jesus. Well, at least not in this program. Okay. Well, essentially, it's Al recorded this, Roggers recorded this for Alfie's line, and it's intentionally distorted and hard to hear. All right, Dom, how are you? And we sped that up and made it a bit more, not so obvious that it's Alfie.
Just drink it. Hey, yeah, I'm good. Listen, I think you need to get down here. You'll never guess who's dropped in.
This is our new song, Virtuous.
Yes.
Busting out the buzzwords, busting like a buzzsaw, stringing out the encore. No one ever asked for, popping up your brand any way you can. Anywhere spotlight might be picking, lyrics are making sounds. Meaning isn't found, it's buried underground, far beneath the pseudo altruistic, narcissistic display for the crowd. But you don't fool me anymore. Now I've seen who you really are. The facade, the make-believe, but it always comes undone. Yes, so virtuous, I shouldn't be good. Always got the right opinions on the words that boost your signal up. Virtuous, no contradictions. Make sure they know all your afflictions. Let me know that easy at the top. You're virtuous.
And that is Virtuous, available now on all platforms, etc., etc. Do feel free to check it out if you have not done so already. And I'm really happy with how this song's come out. And just watching this, I'd forgotten. But as I was saying about the sort of keypad sample thing, it's interesting watching him bring. Because there's no synths right now. Now he's pressed one. Now he's activated the sample. So he's activated the sample, and now the organ synths are playing, and he's just going to let that roll. He's going to let that run for a little bit. Next sample. That little flourish, that little like feel, the lights just go on the pad there. I thought that was pretty cool. So you guys know when I animate guitar, I like to make it as authentic as possible to what's actually being played. And that is true in this case, although I suppose a couple of things to say. Let's talk about the song really briefly. So Virtuous, like pretty much every X-RL7 song I wrote on an acoustic guitar at first. this acoustic guitar right here, and transpose that to the electronic world, the digital world, and the song ended up being produced by Brian Skill of Void Chapter. Got to get the right Void because there's Void Signal as well. Void Chapter, and also Chroma Cloud. So he's voicing Brian Skill, who's voicing his character, produced a song, and what that means in this context is I had a demo, and I actually put a demo programmed guitar, and I actually did start recording it properly, because normally all the songs have like me literally playing guitar, but on this one, like I made a mistake and I had to go back and redo it, and I couldn't be bothered, and I edit the guitar so tightly. I do the Joey Sturgis technique of getting things really bang on, and moving timings around so everything's like so tight, and I couldn't be bothered, so I asked Brian if he would play guitar, and he ended up mixing the song as well and adding a whole ton of synths, and here we are. It sounds fantastic. So he's actually playing how it was written, but he added some extra little flourishes, like some little mutes and slides, trying to make it his own, and which is really cool. And the drums were programmed by Lee, who we heard as the fan earlier. We've heard him. He's somewhere in here. Lee did all the incredible drum programming, and he's just got such an ear, such a gift for drums. He can just put out these feels that just aren't in my brain. He's really, really talented in drum programming, and maybe because his dad's a drummer, I don't know, there's something in the blood, but he did a fantastic job with the drums. And what can we say about Chi-Chi? Just a phenomenal vocalist, such an amazing, gifted singer with so much sass and attitude and confidence. Her performance is absolutely perfect, and I'm so blessed that she's in the song, because it's come out so well. And that was cool. And it's a really interesting song to look at for me in terms of the final product, because in terms of my actual performance, I think my only remaining performance on the song now is a distorted synth that's sort of in the background. And I was going to show it to you on this program, but this is crashing like a mofo, so I'm not going to at this juncture. But yeah, it's really an example of working with others to make it the best possible thing it could be, and I'm really happy with how it came out. So which is similar to another song that's coming out this year, but there's another song coming up which the Patreons will know about, which essentially I'm trying to experiment with a song later in the year, and that's where I'm basically putting down the chords, the riffs, the vocals and lyrics, the guide vocals and lyrics, but just the basic chords in an acoustic format, and giving it to a band that I really respect, and giving them the license to take it and do whatever they want with it, and from the skeleton of the song make an entirely new thing. So that's going to be really exciting to see how that turns out later in the year. But yeah, so it's funny because this one, at the end of the day, you know, my performance now is just a synth in the background, and everyone's just taken the song and done something really great with it. Kota, I've heard Chi-Chi on one of CG5's more popular songs, Sleep Well. She has a good range of how she plays her roles in whatever she does. Oh, awesome. Oh, that's fantastic. I don't know who CG5 is. Do feel free to enlighten me. She's incredible. Like, just in voice acting as well, you know, voice acting and singing, she's just phenomenal. And a funny thing as well, while I still rag on about the song, is writing for female vocalists is an interesting challenge on my part, because I'm very familiar with the male range, even with vocalists that have higher range than I do. I know how to write for those sort of vocalists, but the female range is a bit of a mystery, but it's slowly, I'm getting to grips with it more and more these days. One trick I do is I'll listen to stuff of the vocalist that I'm trying to write for, and I'll sort of sing it and then sing along with them, and then use my phone to work out what note it is, and with a guitar tuner out playing, and it's like, oh, that's a B, or whatever, and then say, okay, they're in that sort of range, I'm going to write the song in that place. So on this song with the guide vocals, I wrote it like in the key of B, and listening to Chi-Chi stuff, I was like, she's got a bit more, so I transposed everything up 2 notes. So that's another point about this guitar performance here. So this is played on the guitar in the original key, but in the final version, it's probably 2 notes up with a capo on the 2nd fret there. But it's authentic. It's authentic. We'll just say he's tuning it 2 steps higher than drop D. Patreon. I've got a bonus story about the vocals actually, but I'm going to save that for the Patreon, which you can check out with exclusive music, behind the scenes, lots of cool things, and it really, really does help us out. So do feel free to support the Patreon if you are so inclined, because it really does help, because the mixes ain't cheap. Let's continue.
My head. Who ran me over?
Well, well! Rise and shine, rock star!
Alfie? Looking sharp as always.
I do, don't I? And you look like a hobo, Jared. A filthy, cliched hobo. Can you even stand up straight?
Alfie Krukowski in the house, Roggers in the house. Yeah, I mean, it's great to hear Alfie in an episode. And you know what? Is this in Alfie's voice, Al? Is it check out the Patreon? We need to hear that in your voice, dude. But yeah, Alfie is back and he's slaying it. Such a great voice actor, you know. It's funny because Alfie's like, he's like Marmite. You either love him or hate him, and most people love him. I think phenomenal. I was thinking the same thing. I'm not sure what thought you were thinking the same thing of, but that's good. That's good. Wavelength, baby. Yeah, and one thing to note, like the funny thing, I may have mentioned this before, but Al's delivery when he voices Alfie is different to most other voice actors. In the terms of you'll notice most people will speak like Jared, where they're speaking like normally.
Well, well! Rise and shine, rock star!
Alfie? Looking sharp as always.
I do, don't I? And you look like a hobo, Jared. A filthy, cliched hobo.
Yeah, so like Jared and most people will speak like I'm speaking now, like, hey, dot, 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 dot. And there's certain key parts in the speech which make sense for emphasis, animation emphasis. Like, hey, how are you doing? I'm okay. You know, stuff like this, where it's clear where the movement should be. The way, anytime I'm animating Alfie, Roggers' style as Alfie is virtually to sing every note. It's almost like there's a lot of elongation with what's being said. It's like, oh, something. And I'll tell you what, that's harder to animate. That's a lot harder to animate, but I'm getting a lot better at it now. But that means when Alfie speaks, his whole body's got to follow what he's saying, you know, oh, rather than like that clear accent of da, 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 which a lot of the other performances have. And I love it. It sounds phenomenal, but it's only in recent years I'm actually getting to grips with making it look cool, I think. Well, you can be the judge of that. I think I did a good job in other things, but now I'm more into easing with the animation. Easing is which... It's an animation term. I'm finding that a bit easier to do. Kota, the Alfie voice for the Patreon thing specifically. Ah, yes. Yes, indeed. You know, we do personal messages on the Patreon from the band, from Omega, PJ, and Alfie. So if you want Alfie to scream your name in delight or pleasure, or Omega to give you a shout out, that's a reward we have there. End plug. So this scene, man, I mean, for me, this is huge. Like, Alfie and Jared reunited after all the stuff that happened in episode 3, the whole history. Finally, there's some potential reconciliation. So this is like a big moment in the series.
Rise and shine, rock star!
Alfie. Looking sharp as always.
I do, don't I? And you look like a hobo, Jared. A filthy, cliched hobo. Can you even stand up straight?
I got it. Don't worry. Ugh.
So what are you doing back in our neck of the woods? Drinking yourself into oblivion?
I just needed to get back to where it all began. I lost myself, you know. District 1, it changes you.
Roggers. I never realized that Alfie bring his own flow to life and difficulties. Yeah, man, and it works. It's fantastic. Yeah, sometimes when you're recording vocals, I'm thinking that sounds fantastic, and then when I actually go to edit, I'm like, oh, that's going to be a tricky to animate. But you know, it sounds phenomenal, and that's one of the reasons Alfie is a lot of people's favorite characters, I think, because of this incredible vocal performance you can do. Had a compliment a while ago from, did I tell you? I think a while ago I was speaking to Ted Phelps of Imperative Reaction. He said something quite nice about you, like a while ago. Alfie is good.
Listen, Alfie. I owe you an apology. I have no excuse. I got swept up in everything, man. And you know it's always been my dream to get my music heard by millions of people.
Wow! It's not your music anymore, is it? I can sniff out a songwriter when I hear it.
Take that, Jared. I feel like he's evolved over time, turned into a musical flow monster. Yeah, man, it's definitely evolution. I think a lot of the recurring cast, is fascinating hearing how everyone's evolved in certain ways, and Alfie is a beautiful example of that.
And Razor, he's...
I know, he's got a smooth tongue, that one, but with jagged, poisonous edges. I should know. I had that rash.
Dude, you were there from the beginning. You believed in us. In me. You got us the shows. You got us the deals. You always had our backs.
Yet you toss me aside like a used prophylactic.
Alfie's playing hardball. He's not, he's giving Jared a run for his money. What's funny about that line is, but you toss me aside like a used prophylactic, is it has echoes of the line from, was it episode 3? I can't remember. One where he said, I can't remember what episode, but there was a line about being thrown away like a used can of hairspray. And that was something very early in the episode, in the series. And I think now, as Alfie has evolved, one thing that's certainly very quickly evolved with him is the sexual innuendo, the sexual energy of Alfie. And it made sense that this line had to be something alluding to that. So yeah, a used prophylactic, a used contraceptive.
In us. In me. You got us the shows. You got us the deals. You always had our backs.
Yet you toss me aside like a used prophylactic.
I'm so sorry, man. We turned our back on you when you needed us the most. I guess the tables have turned now, huh? I'm the one that's out of control. I'm at rock bottom and you're killing it with your new band.
Well...
And I said this earlier, but I'll say it again. Like Michael Joseph, he's just incredible, man. But he had a vocal injury while recording this, and something happened during the middle of his recording where he pulled something in his throat. I've forgotten exactly what he said, but he had an injury and it started hurting to do the voice, but he kept on doing it, and it made Jared just sound even more vulnerable and I think hurt, and just really added to the performance. So that's really going through for your art, and it's a beautiful thing. Roggers, little snippet into voicing Alfie. Tend to repeat lines from first episode to get back into the voice mode. PJ, no. Roy, not like that. It's true. It's true. Mike will attest to that. Roggers. We've got that on some behind the scenes stuff on the Patreon for sure. To activate Alfie, that's kind of your go-to line to invoke him, isn't it? To summon him back into the world. PJ, no. Kota, I'm hoping he's recovering well from the injury, though. Yeah, Michael did recover. He's recovered from the throat injury, and I think he's got something else going on at the moment. There'll be more from Michael later in the year, hopefully, because this arc is going in a very nice direction, I think. And funnily enough, like this whole thing with Jared, man, I wanted to do this story for a long time, this direction. But it's funny, other episodes, it just came together. There's lots of different areas that we can go with the series, but also the Cyanide Songs EP in episode 22, as Raz, you helped out with remembering the number there. Yes, that EP took such a long time for the songs, and not so much in terms of writing, but just getting all the files down, all the audio down, and it took so long. And it was actually good because it all came out at the right time, and I met new people like Avi Ghosh of Art vs. Industry, who is a phenomenal person who I've been a fan of since I was a teenager, actually. So him being involved is awesome. He added synths to the song Plastic People. But it took a long time for that to come together. And because of that, there wasn't as much Jared as I would have wanted, I think. But now it's like, okay, now we can do this story arc. We can get this rolling. Raz, glad he's recovered. Yes, most definitely. What a voice. He's got such a great voice, hasn't he? Like He-Man, I have the power. Power of Grayskull.
You are demonstrating some interesting odours, but rock bottom, you're still in one of the biggest bands in the districts, with a buttload in the bank. But I don't blame you, Jared. Not anymore. I was becoming a liability. I lost me head. I can see that now. No, I blame that insidious snake Razor. Razor, that manipulator. And partly you. It's an 80-20 ratio.
Yeah, man, the grit, the amount, the ability to go from just super high to that insane grit is a buttload of skill. Nice one, Al. Nice one. Yeah, it's really nice to have a proper Alfie scene, because the story's been all over the shop in different places with the show. There's so many characters and so many story arcs to explore. It's fun to have a full-on Alfie thing, and yeah.
I can take that. Alfie, I just don't know who I am anymore.
You're Jared Nova. And Jared Nova ain't some industry puppet. What happened to you?
They just kept offering us money and things. And, well, I got seduced. I see it now, man. But this latest stunt, they threatened me, dude. My band, my girlfriend. The Duke's gotta pay. I can't do this anymore. I want my integrity back. I want to be able to look at myself in the mirror again.
You know what? I forgot to say, but there's a line which Michael improvised here.
Money.
Razor that manipulator. Doing one of the biggest bands in the dude.
Let's find it, baby.
I know. He's got a smooth. Should know.
You believed in us. In me. You got us the shows. You got us the deals. You always had our backs.
Yet you toss me aside.
I'm gonna find
like
it. I'm gonna find this ad-lib line.
I'm so sorry, man.
Okay,
we
so
turned our back on you when you needed us the most. I guess the tables have turned now, huh? I'm the one that's out of control.
now that is a Michael Joseph ad-lib, and that is obviously, if you're familiar with the X-RL7 discography, that is a reference to the song Out of Control, which was written about Alfie by Jared's band character. So him kind of saying that is kind of like the cycle thing there. Like that was Michael's idea of bringing that back. It wasn't originally in the script, and he made a nice little nod there. Love all the characters he converses with. Don't think there's not one he doesn't go over the top with. Yeah, he certainly does. It's a great callback. Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm glad that's worked out. And you know, I think Jared had to go through those things. Sometimes we have to go through stuff to grow as human beings. But yeah, I'm really happy this story arc is coming to fruition.
I'm at rock bottom and you're killing it with your new band.
Well, you are demonstrating some interesting odors. But rock bottom, you're still in one of the biggest bands in the districts with a buttload in the bank. But I don't blame you, Jared. Not anymore. I was becoming a liability. I lost me head. I can see that now. No, I blame that insidious snake Razor. Razor that manipulator. And partly you.
What I like about that is it sounds like Alfie's taking accountability for his side of things, how he got hooked on substances and sort of how he got taken advantage of, which it was Razor's fault as well, but it sounds like he's really just taking ownership of that. But then he switches it and he's like, nope, it's Razor's fault and you. And that just seemed quite funny to me.
It's an 80-20 ratio.
I can take that. Alfie, I just don't know who I am anymore.
You're Jared Nova. And Jared Nova ain't some industry puppet. What happened to you?
They just kept offering us money and things. And, well, I got seduced. I see it now, man.
That gravel, guys. That gravel.
But this latest stunt, they threatened me, dude. My band, my girlfriend. The Duke's gotta pay. I can't do this anymore. I want my integrity back. I want to be able to look at myself in the mirror again.
Maybe there's something we can do. Something which benefits both our interests.
So, are we cool?
Oh, why not? Bring it in, big guy, bring it in. We'll do something about that.
That's actually one of my favourite moments from the episode. That
we'll do something about that.
The gravel is sexy. Sexy gravel. Best thing about redemption is being able to blame others. Yeah. Yep, that's a philosophy. That's something. I'm sorry I spelled your name wrong, Brahma, in the credits. I noticed that after it was live. I love you. I still love you. Yes, and that's episode 26. I didn't think it would take an hour and 30 minutes to get through this 13-minute episode, but it certainly did. And Raz, did I hear the beginning of a Digital Deities remix at the end of the episode? I meant to say, actually, during this part,
you are demonstrating some interesting...
Yeah, I was going to say, bonus points if you can pick out the song in the background, and you're absolutely correct. There is a Digital Deities remix.
You got us the deals. You always had our backs.
Yet you toss me aside like a used prophylactic.
So a fun thing about that is I wanted like this idea of music still going on in the background, maybe a DJ, but I didn't want vocals. I thought vocals would be a bit distracting. So yes, I took the Machine Rocks remix of Digital Deities and used an AI tool to take out the vocals to just make it the instrumental, because I don't have the instrumental. And then filtered it and added a whole ton of reverb and effects to make it sound like, hey, it's in the other room. You're hearing like this music going on. So that's a good catch, Raz. Yes, it's Digital Deities Machine Rocks remix, but with a little bit of tinkering, the instrumental. Yes, and that is episode 26. And you know what? I think that's a good time to wrap up. I was not expecting it to take this long to go through this 13-minute episode. Thank you so much for joining me tonight or this morning or whatever your local time is. I really appreciate it. If you guys are digging this format of going through episodes and pulling out these little tidbits here and there, kind of like a creator's commentary, director's commentary, then it could be fun to do more of these as something to try, not as a replacement for the backstage videos, but just an accompaniment. Is that the right word? Yes. This episode took a while to come together. I'm really glad it did. And the song Virtuous, I'm really proud of the song and the lyrics. And I will say it's not intended to be about... When I write stuff like that, it's not intended to be directly about any political side. It's about the concept of virtue signaling. That's what the song's about. The concept of when anyone does that, disingenuously pays lip service to certain ideas and trends in order to elevate themselves and say what they think their audience wants to hear. But really it's about themselves and not about whatever cause they're promoting. And you'll often see the hypocrisy at play with what they're saying. But when I write stuff like this, even with information, I try and write it in a general-ish way where you can apply it where you want to apply it. And it's not supposed to be like, oh, it's about this thing in real life. There'll be hints and influences from real life, but it's intended to be something you can place your own meaning into. So there is a degree of specificity, but not too specific that it's like, oh yeah, it's about this and da-da-da. And whilst in the in-universe meaning is it's written in part about Jared and his promotion of politics whilst being a musician. Like, what is he doing that? That's a little bit of what it's about, but it wasn't intended to have been written about Jared, but it's about people like him. And in the real world, it's just about the concept of virtue signaling. It's just the concept of it. And it's come out fantastically, and Chi is amazing on vocals. She is and such a wonderful person, and she's also shared the song on her channel. Give Chi some love as well. And as we're wrapping up, thank you again. Feel free to join us on the X-RL7 Discord server. There is the link right there. Yeah. Oh no. Yeah. And on the patreon.com/XRL7 without the dash. So I think we're going to call it there. Thank you so much for joining. Whether you're watching this live or on replay, I really appreciate you guys. I hope you have a great rest of weekend, whatever's left. And I'll see you guys soon. So take care and thank you. See ya.